What is up, my friends? In this video, I'm going to be talking about archery for self-defense in the modern world. Stay tuned. I wanted to take a moment to greet all of my subscribers. What up? I wanted to also greet new viewers as well. If you're new to the channel, welcome to 411 Outdoors. My name is Daniel Irvin. I'm really big into any kind of outdoor adventure I can get into, but I mostly love weapons. I love things like slingshots, archery, knives, throwing knives, axes, tomahawks, shooting, survival, and doing reviews, tutorials, talking about a lot of fun stuff. I like to talk about a lot of hypothetical things and answer questions that are oftentimes in the back of our mind. If you find this channel resourceful in any way, if you find it helpful, if you just think it's a great place to hang out, I'd be super excited if you'd subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that you can get your notifications. As of late, I've been on a roll pumping out content. I'd love to have you. Now let's get started. On my YouTube channel right now, I've been working on a series. I've been talking about various weapons and how effective or ineffective I feel that they would be in a self-defense scenario. It's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of good conversations with people in the comment section. All of you guys have been really cool. I think you understand the heart of what I'm trying to do. Not trying to be the expert, just trying to use my imagination and dig deep and really think about how effective some of these things would be if we really had to use them to defend ourselves and our family. So far, I've done a video about slingshots and self-defense. I've done tomahawks. We've talked about martial arts. In this video, we're going to be talking about archery. When we think about archery in the modern world, we tend to think about characters like this. I know I do, at least. I love me some Rambo. I've been watching Rambo since I was a kid. I love the new Rambo movies as well. I love the archery work you see in there. A lot of my friends like to joke with me. They watch my training montage videos, and one of my nicknames is Rambo Ninja. That's hilarious, but I'm like, I love that. Rambo Ninja, that's my nickname. Bring it. There's also, you know, Hunger Games. There was also a really cool home defense archery scene in that movie Braven with Jason Momoa. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I like to play pretend and get out here and do a little bit of stealth archery myself. Usually in these videos, depending upon whatever weapon I'm talking about, I try to come to some definitive conclusion at the end as to my opinion as to whether or not the weapon that I'm talking about would be a viable, realistic, usable option in the world of self-defense. I think we all know the deal with archery. I think we can look at history and have the answer to that question. Archery is awesome. Archery is dangerous. Archery is a weapon of war, and it is a silent weapon of war, and I think it's very dangerous. But let's talk about archery in the modern world. Something I like to talk about in these videos is not only answering the question, is this a good weapon for self-defense, but I like to talk about when that weapon would be used, because that part's a lot of fun. I'm obviously not going to walk into the grocery store with my quiver and arrows and my bow. You're not going to see me walking down the streets of the city like this. You know, I'm going to be carrying something concealed in that environment. I'm not going to be walking down a parking deck late at night after being somewhere and a guy jumps me and I'm going to pull out my bow all of a sudden and shoot. Let's talk about when this weapon would be effective. Many believe that our world is on a decline very fast. Many believe that our world is declining at an exponential rate. There's a lot of people who do different types of prepping. There's a lot of people who genuinely believe that it's going to hit the fan. People are concerned about things like ammo supply. They're concerned about, you know, society as a whole coming unglued. Movies like The Purge becoming a reality. A little far-fetched, but it's worth thinking about. People are worried about, you know, the future and what the world is going to be like. A lot of people are worried about apocalyptic scenarios. You've got a lot of people who, I think for fun, just like to prepare for zombie apocalypse type scenarios. Hey, I get it. I don't worry so much about a zombie apocalypse, but it sure is a lot of fun preparing for one and training for one. The reality is we don't know for sure what's going to happen. And I am by no means fear-mongering. I'm not worried. Friends, I live at peace. I live my life one day at a time. I see weapons and training like this. If I spend my whole life learning to use a weapon, if I spend my whole life training to get good at a weapon and never have to use it, man, I think that's awesome because I still had so much fun acquiring that skill. And I'm not saying any of these things are going to happen, but I think a lot of people prepare for times to get crazier. And I have all the respect in the world for that because, hey, I think most of us has a good time training. Do I think archery is a good weapon for self-defense? Absolutely. In the right scenario, might be one of the best weapons out there. I love archery. Archery is extremely deadly and dangerous. Every single one of us knows that. And it's my opinion that archery is a great skill to have. I would encourage you to learn how to shoot a bow if you don't know how to already. It's a way to hunt. It's a way to spend time with family. You can do archery on any level. You can do archery in the backyard, hitting targets, go hunting. You can do like I like to do. I like to do archery on the move. I like to do attack archery, hitting the target from different angles while running around and things like that. You can pick up a decent bow at an inexpensive price. Out of all of the bows that I have, the one I play with the most is this little fiberglass recurve bow that I bought from a yard sale for 10 bucks. I've got some paracord on here. I think this pulls at about 40 pounds and it's sharp and I'm able to do a lot of things with it. Recently did a review on the Sino Art takedown bow. You can get one of these for about 115 bucks. It shoots phenomenal. Just a great skill set to learn. And if it ever does hit the fan, personally, I'm going to be like super excited to have this in my arsenal. I think archery is in fact an awesome weapon for self-defense at the right place at the right time. And as much as movies do exaggerate things, I think they give us an exaggerated version of the truth, if anything, because scenarios like Rambo was in, home defensive scenarios, Hunger Games, apocalyptic scenarios. I also forgot to mention movies like The Book of Eli. You know, those are all scenarios where if you found yourself in an unfortunate enough situation, could be a reality. And those movies just give you an exaggerated example of how dangerous archery can be when assailants are coming after a trained individual. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope I've inspired you to get you a bow and some arrows to get out there and learn this skill. If you already have this skill, I hope you feel even more excited about it than you were before. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you in the next video. Take care.